Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to go through the free response question number 4. All right, number 4, we have a graph of a semicircle, another semicircle, and then a line segment. G is the function defined by g of x being the definite integral from 6 to x of f of t dt. That's going to be important to remember. Part A, find g prime of 8. Give a reason for your answer. So g prime is equal to f. So g prime of 8 is equal to f of 8, which is simply the function value on the graph when x is 8, which is equal to 1. Moving on to part B, find all values of x in the interval -6 to 12 at which the graph of g has a point of inflection. Give a reason for your answer. So the values would be at the extrema of the graph of f because g's derivative is f and the extrema of a derivative are the points of inflection of the original function. So those values would be at x equals -3, x equals 3, x equals 6. The explanation, g double prime of x equals f prime, changes sign at these values. Alternatively, you could say f changes from increasing to decreasing or decreasing to increasing at these values. Either way would be sufficient. Part C, find g of 12 and g of 0. Label your answers. So g of 12 is going to be the integral from 6 to 12 of f of t dt. This is just the area of the region of that triangle, which is 1/2 the base, which is 6 times the height, which is 3. Half of 6, 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Be careful here because there is a second part getting g of 0, which is the integral from 6 to 0 of f of t dt. We have to use the properties of integrals here because the limits do not go in order, so we would flip it and change the sign to be the integral from 0 to 6, but the opposite of the integral from 0 to 6 of f of t dt. So if we go from 0 to 6, it's basically the area of that half a circle of radius 3, so that'd be negative pi over 2 times 3 squared, which is negative 9 pi over 2. Part D, find the value of x at which g attains an absolute min on the closed interval -6 to 12. Justify your answer. So the absolute min is going to occur either at an endpoint or at a point where the derivative changes from negative to positive. So you could say something like g prime equals f changes from negative to positive at, and if you look at the graph, x equals 0. Also, we would have to check the endpoints. So let's make a little table here, x, g of x. So the left endpoint is at x equals -6. If you look at the graph, if you start at +6 and go to -6, those two regions are going to cancel one another out. So the value of g is going to be 0. At x equals 0, the function value we already got in the previous step is 9 pi over 2, but it's negative. And at x equals 12, we already got that one. The function value is 9. So by the candidates test, g attains an absolute minimum at x equals 0. So you have to just write that in a statement. I'll put that there for you. There you go. And with that, that is question number 4. Hope that was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. And if you liked this video and it was helpful, give me a like and share a comment below which problem on the AP exam this year was most difficult for you. And if you're not subscribed, please do so, and you'll always stay up to date with my most recent videos.